एवं विष्णुपाद परिहंसकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमदाभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की, इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य शिला प्रभुपाद की, नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की। ऑल ग्लोरी टू द assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada की जय। Hare Krishna. So we are reciting the verse from Canto 4, Chapter 12, Text 7. The chapter title, Dhruva Maharaj Goes Back to Godhead. So text 7. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, text 7, please repeat. Vrinehi kamam rupayan manogatam mattastvamautana pada visankita varam varahom bhujana bapadayor anantaram tvam vayamanga sushruma vrinehi kamam rupayan manogatam mattastvamautana pade visankita varam varahom bhujapana bapadayor anantaram tvam vayamanga sushruma vrinehi kamam rupayan manogatam mattastvamautana pade visankita varam varahom bhujana bapadayor anantaram tvam vayamanga sushruma. Prabhuji. Vrinehi kamam rupayan manogatam mattastvamautana pade visankita varam varahom bhujana bapadayor anantaram tvam vayamanga sushruma. Vrinehi kamam rupayan manogatam mattastvamautana pade visankitaha varam varahom bhujana bapadayor antaram tvam vayamanga sushruma. Vrinehi kamam rupayan manogatam mattastvamautana pade visankita varam varahom bhujana bapadayor anantaram tvam vayamanga sushruma. Mataji. Vrinehi kamam rupayan manogatam mattastvamautana pade visankita Varam varahom bhujanabapadayor anantaram tvam vayamanga sushrama. Word to word meaning. Vrinihi, please ask. Kamam, desire. Nrupa, O king. Yat, whatever. Managatam, within your mind. Matha, from me. Tvam, you. Auttanapada, O son of Maharaj Uttanapada. Avisankita, without hesitation. Varam, benediction. Vara arha, worthy to take benediction. Ambuja, lotus flower. Naba, whose navel. Padayo, at his lotus feet. Anantaram, constantly. Tvam, about you. Vayam, we. Anga, dear Dhruva. Sushruma, have heard. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation, please repeat. My dear Dhruva Maharaj, son of Maharaja Uttanapada, we have heard that you are constantly engaged in transcendental loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known for his lotus navel. You are therefore worthy to take all benedictions from us. Please therefore ask without hesitation whatever benediction you want from me. Purport. Dhruva Maharaja, the son of King Uttanapada, was already known throughout the universe as a great devotee of the Lord, constantly thinking of his lotus feet. Such a pure, uncontaminated devotee of the Lord is worthy to have all the benedictions that can be offered by the demigods. He does not have to worship the demigods separately for such benediction. Kuvera is the treasurer of the demigods, and he is personally offering whatever benediction Dhruva Maharaja would like to have from him. Srila Bilva Mangar Thakur stated, therefore, that for persons who engage in devotional service of the Lord, all material benedictions wait like maid servants. Mukti Devi is just waiting at the door of the devotee to offer liberation, or more than that at any time. To be devotee is therefore an exalted position. Similarly, by rendering transcendental loving service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one can have all the benedictions of the world without separate endeavor. Lord Kuvera said to Dhruva Maharaja that he had heard that Dhruva was always in samadhi, or thinking of lotus feet of the Lord. In other words, he knew that for Dhruva Maharaj there was nothing desirable within the three material worlds. He knew that Dhruva would ask for nothing but to remember the lotus feet of Supreme Lord constantly. Let's do Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Seyuta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. So welcome to this morning Bhagavatam class. We are continuing the Dhruva Maharaj pastimes with chapter 12, where Dhruva Maharaj goes back to Godhead. And in today's words, if we read the translation one more time. My dear Dhruva Maharaj, son of Maharaj Uttanapada, we have heard that you are constantly engaged in transcendental loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known for his lotus navel. You are therefore worthy to take all benedictions from us. Please therefore ask without hesitation whatever benedictions you want from me. So this verse is giving one important live example of what Prabhupada was telling in Bhagavad Gita purport. Like if you remember in Bhagavad Gita purport, Prabhupada was telling, like if you want to water the tree, then you need to water the root of the tree. You don't need to water each and every branch or the leaf or anything, right? Just if you water the root, the water will spread all over the tree. You will get. Similarly, Prabhupada used this analogy to explain about the demigod worship and Supreme Lord worship. There he was mentioning that when you worship Supreme Lord, all the demigods will be satisfied. So the same example we could see from this verse, right? That the demigod, the treasurer of the demigods, Kubera was telling that we are very much happy. We are constantly meditating on Supreme Lord, and you are very great devotee of the Supreme Lord. So you ask whatever we want. We are very happy with you. You ask whatever benediction you want, right? This is the same. Whatever Prabhupada was telling in our various purports, this is the live example. Worshipping the Supreme Lord is enough for us. We will respect the demigods, but worshipping the demigod Supreme Lord is enough. When you worship the Supreme Lord, then all the other demigods will be satisfied. Now, this is and in this case of Dhruva Maharaj also, what happened? When his stepmother Surichi humiliated, and then he came to his mother Suniti, and Suniti told, you go out to Lord Vishnu, to forest and go to Lord Vishnu and meditate on him. So simply follow the instruction. He didn't go to any demigod worship, or he didn't find any shortcuts to get the benediction. So simply he worshipped Vishnu, and as a result he became a great devotee of the Lord. So when you worship the Supreme Lord, you will become a great devotee. So simply by rendering service to the Supreme Lord, the devotees will be great. So when we see this greatness of a devotee, like when we try to understand the greatness of a devotee, like when we have many devotees in our history and the current also. But very few devotees we read in stories, we read in Srimad Bhagavatam, right? So what is the difference? Because they are very great devotees. What is that? Let's see some of the examples. So we are celebrating the Kartik Damodar month. Mother Yashoda pastime, Damodar Lila pastime is very famous. In that pastime, what Mother Yashoda was trying to bind little Krishna to wooden grinding motor. She was trying very hard. She was living with determination. She is very much determined to catch Krishna. And finally, by seeing her determination, by seeing Mother Yashoda's devotion and the determination, so Lord Krishna surrendered. So that is again, when you see the devotees, Krishna sees the qualities of the devotee, and based on that, that seriousness, determination, he will surrender. Even we see the same in Damodar Leela, another pastime, Nalakubera Manigriva. They did so many abominable activities, but Narada Muni told, you will be delivered by Krishna. So Krishna delivered those Nalakubera Manigriva. And similarly, we have many pastimes where very great devotees are glorified in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Another one more pastime also we can recollect, it's Ambarish Maharaj pastime. Even he was, Durvasa Muni got angry, he was about to kill Ambarish Maharaj. But Lord Vishnu, Ambarish Maharaj was not retaliating to Durvasa Muni anger, but Lord Vishnu, what he, the Supreme Lord, he releases Sudarshan Chakra to kill Durvasa Muni. So we can see all these examples. Lord will be surrendered to devotees based on our certain qualities. So what is that uniqueness of the devotee where Lord is getting attracted? Right? That is one of the important thing we need to. Many devotees are there. Everybody is getting according to yayatamam prapadyante tamstataiva bhajameham, right? So according to our devotion, Lord is reciprocating. But when we see these great personalities like Dhruva Maharaj, Mother Yashoda, or Ambarish Maharaj, so many Narada Muni. So they have certain unique qualities, some unique greatness we will need to see. That makes Krishna, if we make one step, Krishna will come forward 10 steps for them, right? It's for everyone, but our level and those devotees level, they are at a different platform, right? So that is what we are trying to understand here. And when we see when we start as a devotional process, we join to the Hare Krishna community. So our identity comes as a Hare Krishna. Okay, this person belongs to Hare Krishna community. So that is our identity. Is that the only? But Krishna, generally, when we see the Hare Krishna, when you see the normal outside world, definitely the Hare Krishna devotees are different. So in our normal world, people will accept the views of all the insane world. Whatever the views people will have, the normal people will accept. But we are Hare Krishnas not accepting normal views. We are following whatever Prabhupada told, we are trying to follow. So that many people are there in the Hare Krishna movement, and our identity comes as, okay, you belongs to Hare Krishna movement. But is that a great thing, only the great thing to attract Krishna? No, this is a beginning step in our devotion. It's a good thing, but it is not the great. When you compare with the Dhruva Maharaj pastime, this is not a great identity. It's a good identity. This is the initial step to progress in our bhakti. But what is the next thing? When we do continue in the Krishna conscious journey, we try to do various services. You all do book distribution, prasadam distribution we do. So our identity comes like we are doing Food for Life, free prasadam distribution. Okay, Hare Krishna is identified with the activity as well. Okay, these people will do free prasadam distribution. They do book distribution. So we have various services. So the next level identity comes our activities. Is that now when we see the top great devotees, what they have achieved in Srimad Bhagavatam. So by doing these activities, is that enough to attract the mercy of the Lord? Can we claim that, okay, we are great devotees like? Yes, we are doing great services. And Krishna is pleased with those services. Krishna will be reciprocating. But in a relative way, when we see that, is it a great thing? Yes, to one extent it's a great thing. But when we see what is more expected, as part of the devotion, it's simply part of joining a group, doing some services, and trying to please Krishna. Is that enough? Is that the ultimate aim of our devotion? No, there is beyond something more. When we see, what is that more? See, we do everyday chanting. And when we do chanting every day, like in the Damodar month, many devotees will do more extra rounds. But when we leave the body, is our chanting bits come with us? No. But what is coming with us? Throughout the year, we did so many rounds of chanting. The taste for Harinam, the taste for holy name. If we do sincerely chanting, the taste for Harinam, the taste for holy name, that will come in our consciousness. Right? That is an important thing. So it's not just the activity we are doing, what consciousness we are carrying when we are leaving the body. Similarly, we read so much literature, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, many other Srila Prabhupada books. And when we leave the body, those books are not coming with us. Right? What is coming with us? The realization which is coming through that knowledge of the scriptures. That is coming with us. Right? Similarly, we do so many services here. Okay, we claim that, okay, this is my service. I do this service every week, once in a week, this is my service. We can possess that, okay, this is my service. I do these things every week, like that. Is that when we leave the body, is that going to come with us? No. But what is coming with us? The service attitude towards Krishna, service attitude towards all other Vaishnavas. That is important thing. That is going to come with us. So, in all the important summary, what we are trying to do is, convey is, we do many activities. We identify as a Hare Krishna group member. We do so many services. But at the end, What is the ultimate perfection of a devotee? The internal change, the consciousness which we carry. That is one of the important aspect of the final expectation of the devotee. If you do devotional service, so many activities, but if you are not bringing these changes in your heart, that is not, your devotion is not fruitful. So, in relation to this, His Holiness Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj gave, there are certain rules, the sutras he mentioned. So, whatever devotional you do, finally, we should have these for certain behavior, certain qualities we have to exhibit. And what are those qualities? First one, the live without pretending. We need to live without pretending. Just we'll read one by one, then we will discuss. And next one is hear without defending. Yeah. And the third one, speak without offending. And the fourth one, love without expecting. So, when we see the love of a success of a devotion, when you develop these qualities, your devotion is successful. Another byproduct of the devotion is happiness. How you will get happiness when you, like we see in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, right? Savai pumsa paro dharma yato bhakti yato jida yato bhakti adokshaja ahetuki apratiyata yayatma supradita. Your soul will be satisfied when you do ahetuki and apriyatata. Then that satisfaction will come, then you feel happy. So the activities are important, but finally the end product is our consciousness should change, our mentality should change. Then only your devotion is successful. Now, first if you see the live without, live without pretending. This is the quality. Like, let's try to analyze this. Like in the day-to-day life, many people try to pretend. Pretending means you show something outside and you feel something inside. Right? That is our general, many people will have. Suppose if you are in a house, some guest came at night, 9:30 or 10 o'clock something, due to some urgent work. Then what will happen? You will open the door. You will very nicely welcome. But inside, some people will think, oh, should I feed him now? Do I need to cook something? It's very late. I have these things tomorrow morning. You will start thinking. Though you externally, you will be exhibiting that nice gesture, like you are receiving it. But internally, you will be having this kind of attitude, right? So, this is the living with, this is our pretending nature. Not only that, if you see in a social media, many people will put their photos, videos, see how great I am, how happy I am, right? But internally, their hearts will be crying. It's not the same, everybody is happy in this world. Finally, this world is dukkhalayam ashwashvatam. Nobody can be happy 100% every time, right? So, though people will pretend like this, show something outside, but internal their hearts crying. That is our human. So, this is where we should stop doing we live without pretending. So, one story in relation to this. When Srila Prabhupada was on this planet, when he was doing preaching, one person came to Srila Prabhupada. So, he asked the devotees, oh, so is it Srila Prabhupada, Swami Maharaj? Yes. So, we heard Prabhupada lectures. He said, is it really genuine, sadhu? He was asking to. Yes. Then he said, okay, I will stay with Srila Prabhupada, I will drive him everywhere. I will stay with Srila Prabhupada and see. Then that person stayed with Srila Prabhupada and he stayed for 1 week. And after 1 week, he confirmed that, yes, he is a sadhu, he is a saintly person. What was the rate? He said, when he was taking, from morning to evening, he was taking Srila Prabhupada everywhere. And multiple, day after day, he was going with Srila Prabhupada. And he was there with Srila Prabhupada when so many people are around. And when he was there with Srila Prabhupada when he is alone. In all these things, based on what he observed, Srila Prabhupada is always trying to serve the people. Srila Prabhupada is never having any attitude to impress the people. Right? That is what he says. Whatever he is speaking, he is practicing. So, by seeing all these things, that person concluded that, yes, he is really, whatever Prabhupada is speaking, we can sit on the Vyasas and so many things, but how much you are applying in your life, that is important. Right? So, you speak whatever is, whatever is speaking, like Prabhupada is speaking, he is following. So that is one of the important, like that is what the live without pretending. How this will come? This will, when we have a honesty. So another important thing, like in Bhagavad we have that every human being have 4 defects. Like one is imperfect senses. Second one, illusion. Third one, committing mistakes. And fourth one, cheating propensity. If you see these 4 mistakes, this makes us like these things will make us to live without pretending because of. Let's analyze further. First one is imperfect senses. That leads to illusion. Since our senses are imperfect, that leads to illusion. And since that illusion leads to committing mistakes. These 3 not in our control because of imperfection. But the fourth one, cheating propensity, that is our willingness. You can tell the truth and accept whatever you are doing. By mistakes can happen with everyone. But you need to agree your mistakes. That is where comes the honesty. Right? If you are honest person, then sometimes you will not try to cover up your mistakes. You try to tell that, accept the truth, okay, this is the mistake happened by me, and you will agree. But that is called honesty. This is one of the important thing. We have to develop that quality to live without pretending. So this is the first one is the live without pretending. How we can develop that? That is with honesty. For honesty means we should not pretend. We should inside think something, outside exhibit something. That is not expected. So when you do commit mistakes, you agree and accept it and then move away, rather than trying to cover it up. So this is one of the sutra which Maharaj was explaining. And the second one is hear without defending. This is another important quality. And this, why generally we try, like if somebody is trying to pinpoint us, we try to put so many arguments against, no, this is not correct, you are saying this because, but you will all give your own justification why you are doing this. You will not agree that you are doing mistake, but rather you will give your own justification why you are doing. What is the main reason for this? That is your false ego. Because of your false ego, you don't try to accept. Like when you are trying to defend yourself, you will become a lawyer. But when you are trying to pinpoint others, you will become a judge. Right? That is what our nature, human tendency. This is what we exhibit our nature. You always, because this is because of our false ego. We want to be center of attraction in each and every activity we do. Right? So, but what Bhagavad Gita is saying, like this, the main reason is that we are having the false ego and we try to defend, we try to support all our actions with some valid, some arguments. We don't accept our mistakes. This is our, so we need to we have to listen without defending. That is one of the important quality we have to develop. How that will come? When like in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam verse is there, right? Kunti Maharani prays, Shrunvanti gayanti grananti abhikshana smaranti nandanti tavehi tam jana taveva pashyanti achirena tavakam bhava pravaho paramam padambujam. Kunti Maharani, O Krishna, those who continuously hear, chant and repeat your transcendental activities or take pleasure in others doing so, certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop repeated birth and death. So what is the key thing? We have to constantly hear. And what Krishna Katha, when we constantly hear Krishna Katha, chant the holy name, what will happen? Our consciences will be purified. Your false ego will be removed. Then you will try to listen. If someone is trying to give you feedback, correct your mistakes, you will not say, no, I didn't do mistake, or you try to defend your things. No, you will simply listen. You will think that, okay, maybe this is what I did, I need to correct. So that kind of mental. So you should always listen without defending. So how do you know whether you are, for this quality, to develop this, what is the important thing? You need humility. In order to hear without defending, you need humility. How the humility we can develop? So the process which mentioned in that, hear Krishna Katha constantly, then your senses will be purified. With that purification, you will be able to submissively, with humility, you can take feedback from other devotees. So this is the second sutra. Third one is speak without offending. Second one will, okay, when you are hearing, you should be honest, humility you have to exhibit and listen carefully. But when we speaking, speak without offending. In Bhagavad Gita 17th chapter, they said, Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priya hitam chayat. Right? So Krishna is saying that we have to, speech is when we have to with satyam priya hitam. Right? These are the truth and beneficial. These are the certain things when we are speaking, we have to examine. Generally, we speak just like that. Sometimes we hurt so many people by speaking random things. Without intentionally or unintentionally, we speak so many things and we hurt many people. What will happen? Some people will remember our words carefully and they remember forever, and that will keep in their mind. So that way, your relation will be destroyed, right, between. So, what is the main reason for this nature? See, we came to this world mainly for enjoying this world. Away from Krishna, we want to enjoy this world. Then, so how enjoy means you have a material desire, you want to enjoy. Means you want to enjoy, you want to control the things. Right? With that attitude, you came to this material world. When you have those attitude, I want to enjoy, I want to control, the next thing which will develop is you have to stay away, you have to be away from everyone else. It means you have to be one step ahead of everyone. Then only you can achieve something, then only you feel that you have conquered something, or then only you can feel you have achieved something. So the attitude that is leading to the material desire is, you will have an attitude to conquer this world, or control the world, enjoy this world. And for that, you have to be always one step ahead of everyone. Then only you will get success. That in the material terms, right? These are all habits. What is leading? You become, you will try to exploit people. You try to, you exploit duplicity, and you don't speak straightforward, because your aim is to achieve something, to get your desires fulfilled. You will go to all these things, material things, and what will happen? You will, you lose all the basic morality. Nothing will happen. So Prabhupada was telling, the basic reason is material desire. The Prabhupada suggested simple living, high thinking. This is the basic thing as a devotee we have to develop. What is the simple living? Means simple in desires, simple in mentality, simple in speech. This is the important thing we need to develop. This is like we are talking about the speaking without offending. So one of the quality that can be developed by simple living is the one of this. So when you simple living means your desires will be simple, your mentality is simple, your speech is also simple. So your mind, body and words, everything you will be in a simple manner you will be using. See, impact of offensive speech. So that's what, when we speak something, it will hurt some people, that will cause, in our particularly in a devotional practice, it's offense. Offensing the devotee. So again, the Swayam Bhagavan, His Holiness Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj was giving one example. So he was doing some book distribution in London, and when he was doing the book distribution, an Indian person came, and the Maharaj was trying to distribute the book. Initially, he was not convincing to whatever arguments he was saying. He was not willing to take the book. And then finally, after some time, he got convinced. Okay, I will take the book. Then he gave the book. Then Prabhu Maharaj was asking, the donation. No, I am not going to give any donation. Then he said, you got some knowledge. In reciprocation, you have to give something. No. Then that person told, knowledge should not be sold. Like that was the reverse he was preaching to Maharaj. That, no, you should not ask any money. So finally, after something, then that's fine. He said, Maharaj said, okay, you take the book. Then he took the book and without giving any donation, then he was leaving. Then he told, I have one formula to become rich. Do you want to listen? That person told Maharaj. Then Maharaj told, yes, okay. Then that Prabhu person asked, you want to become a rich? Yeah, I use it for Krishna. Nothing wrong. Then Maharaj told. Then Maharaj asked, okay, tell me what is the truth. Then he said, if you want to become a rich, you don't need to earn too much money. All you need to do is don't spend money. That was a simple. And Maharaj was contemplating on this. See, in the material sense, it may be true, or for some people, it may not be true for other people. But when he was applying that formula in a spiritual platform, right? So Maharaj was explaining, daily we do so many services. We do chanting, we wake up for Mangalarti, we do many services that accumulate so much sukruti, right? But we are spending that again every day. We are earning, and how we are spending? By speaking harsh words to, by being insensitive to devotees, right? When you speak harsh words, offense, whatever sukruti you are getting through your daily day-to-day activities, you are losing it. So that is the important thing. We need to preserve that. The person gave that true material example. Don't spend money. But when you apply to the spiritual platform, what is it? Don't waste your sukruti. Whatever you are getting through your activities, various devotional practices you are doing, you are spending it by committing mistakes, by speaking offensive words to other devotees, being insensitive to other devotees. You are spending all this money, whatever you are accumulating, you are losing. So in Vrindavan Das Thakur told in Chaitanya Bhagavat, right? Chant the holy name, don't offend devotees. That's it. Simple thing he said. So when this is the important thing. For this, what is the main thing is speak without offending is important. That is means sensitivity to other devotees. And the last one is love without expecting. So this is another last sutra, if this thing. So love without expecting. So love without, there is if there is a flower, when you like something, what will happen? You go to the flower, you smell it, and you try to use it for your enjoyment, whatever you want. But when you like it, but when you love it, what will happen? You go there, you put the water, you try to take care of nicely. Same thing we can apply in our Krishna. When you like Krishna, what will happen? You go to Krishna, you will ask so many things, material things. I want this, Krishna, I want this, you want. But when you love Krishna, what will happen? When you go to the Krishna, you do service. You try to do whatever to please Krishna. You don't expect anything. That is the love without expecting. And one story is like, a person wanted to ask Lord. So in his knowledge, he assumed that, okay, Lord will be there on the top sky, so I can go to mountain and I will speak to God. And then he went to the top of the mountain and asked, God, are you there? Then God luckily responded, yes. And then he asked, like in a time, like in a material time, like if these many hours in material form, what is the time in you? He said, 1 minute. 1 minute. So if thousands of years in material world is 1 minute, then God replied, it's 1 minute. Okay, then the person asked, God, if these many dollars are there, thousands of dollars, what is your value in your thing, in your terms? Then Lord responded, it's 1 cent. Then devotee is intelligent. God, give me your 1 cent. Then what God replied? Wait for a moment, 1 minute. So in a God's 1 minute means thousands of years. Right? So this is the mentality we go to Lord. We try to trick the Lord. Like which right? Many we heard. Okay, if I get 4, I will give 2. If I get 2 items, I will give it to 1. Or if I get 4, I will give it to 2. This is our mentality when we go to Lord. That is not the right thing. Mentality. But we need to love without any expectation. And other one is also we hear, right? One old lady, that story we are holding that some heavy thing on your head, walking in the forest. It was a very hot afternoon time, and all his luggage fell down. And she prayed, Krishna, please help me. Then Krishna came. Then what she asked? Okay, can you lift and keep it on my head? Then the Krishna kept it. Then later she was thinking that, oh, when Krishna came, what did I ask? But this is our mentality. We go to Lord and we ask all these material desires. This is a heavy load on us. And that will not make us to love God without any expectation, right? So I heard somewhere, like there are so many tears shed with when the God answered. But when the God unanswered question, request, right? What that means, right? When you ask God, so many tears shed because we ask so many material desires, things to fulfill, and that leads to all other miseries. But if the God is unanswered, less tears shed. So that is what our mentality. When we are trying to go to God, we try to ask so many things. That makes a heavy load on us, and that makes us to that stops us loving without expectation. So, in summary, all these things, right? What are the main qualities which we need to develop? Develop the humility, that is, live without pretending, and then honesty, live without offending, speak without offending, and live without defend, hear without defending, and love without expectation. So these are all the sutras will develop the qualities: humility, honesty, sensitivity, and the purity. These are the qualities people will exhibit. Then it's not just doing the activities, but final thing is developing these qualities by following these principles. Then you will become a great devotee. Of course, we don't expect to become a devotee. Our motive is not to become a great devotee. But when you follow these principles, in the eyes of Supreme Lord Krishna, in the eyes in front of in the perspective of other devotees, or in the perspective of demigods, they feel you are very great. We don't have any desire to become a great devotee, but others will see you as a great devotee with the exhibition of these qualities. So the summary, like Dhruva Maharaj is a great devotee, not just by doing the activities or belongs to certain things, but the inner transformation has happened. In all the great devotees, these things we can see. That is the reason they become a very great devotee. So, I would like to conclude here. Any questions, any comments? Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. 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 Actually, in relation to that, Maharaj also told one more comment, like, you fake it until make it. There is one word, right? The fake it until you make it. But when in front of the devotees, fake it, don't behave as if you made it. So Maharaj, you fake it and don't behave as if you made it. You fake it until you make it, right? You try to achieve the quality, you try to acquire, and then, but when you in front of the senior devotees, don't behave as if you made it. So that should be our consciousness mentality, right? So you you are in the process of achieving the perfection. No, you are not there yet. But when you are exhibiting, your mood should be that you are trying to get that big quality in you. Not something you made it. You don't exhibit, okay, I am a great devotee, I am so honest, I am so humble. Don't exhibit. You fake it until you make it, right? That mood we have to carry. Yeah, so, yeah, so. Okay, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai.